Recently, I closed my Citi Double Cash credit card account, which was the only credit card I had for almost 10 years because I got annoyed about something with this credit card, and I'll get into that later. So then I got new credit cards after doing research on and comparing lots of different credit cards to identify the best ones. And in this video, I'm going to tell you about what's great and what's not so great about them. And I'll go over ways to use your credit cards strategically to reap the most benefits from using your credit cards. Now, let me start by telling you that I don't travel a lot, so credit cards that give airline miles instead of cashback didn't make the cut on my list. Also, I don't believe in paying annual fees to use a credit card. So any credit card that charged annual fees, no matter how great the benefits, didn't make the cut. I pay off my credit card statement balance every month, so the interest rates played no part in my ranking. The number one factor that I used to identify the best credit cards was cashback amount, or the cashback percentage to be more precise. I mean, why would anyone get a credit card that doesn't give cash back? You are just throwing away free money that can easily amount to hundreds of dollars every year if you don't use credit cards that give you cash back. So in this video, I'm going to go over the pros and cons of different cashback credit cards and which credit card is my top choice. Just as background, I always had just one credit card at any given time because I thought that if I had multiple credit cards, it would be a headache to try to contact and report to multiple banks and creditors if my wallet got lost or stolen. And it would be a hassle to keep track of lots of different accounts and make payments on multiple credit card bills. So in my 20s and 30s, the only credit card I had was a Discover card. But when I got annoyed with them about something, which I'll also get into later, I switched over to a different cashback credit card. Then when I learned that Citi Double Cash card gave 2% cashback, which was the highest percent cashback offered by a credit card at the time, I switched to that credit card. Now, there are lots of credit cards that offer 2% or more cash back, so it's worth comparing the credit cards for what else they have to offer. So let me first get into why I canceled my Discover card and why this credit card didn't even make the cut. It's because the cashback amount you get back from using the Discover card is so little, and their advertisement of seemingly high cashback rates of up to 5% can be misleading if you don't pay attention to the fine print. The fact is that their high cashback rate of 5% only applies to certain categories of purchases that keep changing, such that unless you waste a lot of time keeping track of and being on top of exactly which days these high cashback rates apply to what types of purchases, chances are that when you make a purchase, it would be when the cashback rate for that purchase is the lowest. At least that's what was happening to me, and I got annoyed by what I felt was Discover's gimmick. Now, Citi Double Cash card gave 2% cash back on all your purchases, which has served me well for many years. But recently, they started doing something that was really annoying. But before I get into that, I need to first explain how cashback works for most credit cards. Basically, for every purchase you make, you would get back a percentage of the amount you spent as cash into your bank account, or in the form of a check mailed to you, or as statement credit, or as gift card to some store in their list of stores. And sometimes when you choose a gift card option, the amount of gift card might be a little bit higher than the amount you'd get back as cash. Well, what Citi Double Cash card started doing recently is linking their cashback rewards account to all sorts of merchants and vendors who can then automatically apply Citi's so-called thank you points as payment towards your purchases. The merchants are not supposed to do that until you actively select that option, but some do, and your thank you points get automatically deducted from your account without your consent. And when you try to dispute that transaction with Citi Card customer service, they say you need to dispute that transaction with the merchant, which becomes too much hassle to resolve. That's really annoying, so I decided to look for another credit card company that didn't do this. So you might ask, what's so terrible about using your cashback rewards points towards purchases that you make on Amazon.com or at a gas station? Well, what's terrible is that you don't get the full value of what your cashback rewards points are worth. So let's say you spent $100 and got $2 worth of cashback rewards points that you can trade in for $2 in cash. Well, when they apply those points as payment for your purchases made at a store, the merchant may give you only $1.50 in credit or $1.80 in credit for those points, depending on the store or the merchant. So the bottom line is that you should not use your rewards points for making any purchases, because the dollar value of those points will be less than if you were to just redeem them for cash instead. There are a number of credit card companies offering 2% cash back on every purchase you make with the credit card. There isn't any credit card company that offers more than 2% cash back on every purchase you make with the credit card outside of a promotion period. So I looked into several of those credit cards that offer 2% cash back, and my favorite is Fidelity Rewards Visa Signature Card. What's really awesome about this cashback card is that they will automatically deposit any cashback you have earned into your Fidelity brokerage account. And this account can be a regular investment account, an individual retirement account, or a college savings plan account. Obviously, this means that you need to already have or need to open a Fidelity account, but that's really easy to do, and I would recommend that everyone get an account with an investment brokerage firm for your own good, for your personal finance and growing your money and saving for retirement. And Fidelity is one of the best companies out there. And this is not a sponsored video, and I'm not getting any money from Fidelity for this recommendation. Also, the Fidelity Rewards Visa Signature Card has only 1% foreign transaction fee, which is not 0%, but still lower than most cashback credit cards. Most cashback credit cards charge 3% foreign transaction fee. Now, there are companies that offer more than 2% cash back on certain categories of purchases, which means that if you get multiple cards that you use for certain dedicated purchases, then you can get more than 2% cash back. Now, unlike Discover Card, these credit cards that offer high cash back will always have this higher cash back rate for the items in the categories that they have set. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is the Capital One Saver One Rewards credit card. I need to point out that Saver One Rewards is different from Saver Rewards credit card. Saver Rewards is Capital One's credit card that charges a $95 annual fee, while Saver One Rewards has no annual fee. But this credit card only offers 1% cash back on all purchases, except it offers 3% cash back on all dining, grocery, and entertainment purchases. So you might want to get this credit card to use specifically for those types of purchases. Now, I don't know everything that counts as entertainment, but from personal experience, I know that movie tickets, amusement park tickets, aquariums and zoos count as entertainment for the Saver One credit card. I also noticed that the costs to camp at a campsite that offered river tubing rides was classified as entertainment. Other features that make this card a good option for a lot of folks is that you don't have to have the best credit card score. It seems that all the banks require you to have an excellent credit score to be approved for their 2% cashback credit cards, but you don't have to have such a great credit score to be approved for a Saver One card. Another feature that's awesome about this credit card is that it has no foreign transaction fee, which is rare for a credit card that doesn't charge an annual fee. Another credit card that I would recommend that you consider getting to maximize your cashback is the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card. This credit card also offers 3% cashback on all dining purchases like Saver One, but instead of grocery and entertainment, the other category that has 3% cashback on this credit card is drugstore purchases. So if you buy a lot of stuff from CVS or Walgreens, this credit card might be good to have. People might like this credit card better than Saver One because it gives a slightly better cashback rate of 1.5% on all other purchases. Also, like Saver One, this credit card doesn't require you to have a great credit score to be approved. Last of the cashback credit cards on my recommendation list is the Citi Custom Cash credit card. Now, you shouldn't get this confused with the Citi Double Cash credit card, which gives 2% cashback on all purchases, but doesn't have a high cashback rate for special categories of purchases. The Custom Cash card gives only 1% cashback on all purchases, except it gives a whopping 5% cashback on select categories of purchases. The 5% cashback rate is really attractive, but here's the catch. Actually, there are two catches that limit your ability to get lots of cash back. While there are lots of categories eligible for 5% cash back, you won't get 5% cash back on all your purchases in those categories. The first catch is that you'll get 5% cash back in just one category that happens to be your top spending category from among all the eligible categories during a billing cycle. The second catch is that the 5% cashback is limited to a maximum of $500 of spending during a billing cycle. The 10 categories eligible for 5% cashback include grocery stores, travel, restaurants, home improvement stores, gas stations, live entertainment, transit, drugstores, fitness clubs, and streaming services. So let's say during one billing cycle, you spent $800 in Home Depot, $300 in Safeway, $200 in restaurants, and $550 to buy a plane ticket. Then you would get 5% cash back only for the purchases you made in Home Depot, which was your top spending category, and for only up to $500 of it. The remaining $300 you spent in Home Depot and the total of all your other purchases will reap you just 1% in cash back. So to me, this is like a gimmick. And I might get this credit card to use for just one category in which you spend a few $100s every month and for which you wouldn't get a high cashback rate using other credit cards. For example, neither the Saver One nor the Freedom Unlimited will give you 5% cashback for gas or for a lot of the other eligible categories under Citi Custom Cash. So if you spend several $100s a month on gym membership, you might consider getting a Citi Custom Cash card to pay for that. If you spend several $100s a month for things in the transit category, which includes car rentals, ferries, commuter railways, subways, taxis and ride shares like Uber and Lyft, bridge and road tolls, parking lots, garages, bus lines, or RV rentals, then you might consider getting a Citi Custom Cash card to pay for those expenses. Or you might think 5% of $500, which is just $25, might not be worth getting a Citi Custom Cash card. And that would be fine. Anyway, like the Saver One card and the Freedom Unlimited card, this card is not too difficult to get even if you don't have a great credit score. In summary, for people who don't fly regularly and pay off their credit cards in full every month, you should consider getting the Fidelity Rewards Visa Signature Card if you have an excellent credit score. But for folks with good but not great credit score, I would recommend the Capital One Saver One credit card and the Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card. Then for folks who are willing to put in some effort to get multiple credit cards to use strategically, you might also consider getting the Citi Custom Cash Card. Lastly, there's a link in the description box below where you can get a bonus of $200 when you sign up for a new Chase credit card, but I'm not sure how long that bonus offer will last.